Right. The pandemic is officially over. We may go outside again, find ourselves in social environments which are so completely different from what we had during the various lockdowns. And probably these environments, we are not accustomed to those anymore, and we need some guidance. And this made me take up a research project again, which I had discontinued during the pandemic for quite some time, but which I like to renew and share the gist of it with you now. And here it is. The arsehole matrix, living with obnoxious individuals, theory and practice. Let me just sketch it briefly for you, what I'm driving at. Here we are. So, first of all, we have to get our nomenclature straight, okay? So, what do we mean by an arsehole, okay, obnoxious individual? And I'm very much relying here on the magisterial study by Adam James, Arsehole, a Theory, which appeared in 2012. And here, James writes the following thing. A person counts as an arsehole, or asshole, he's American, when and only when he systematically allows himself to enjoy special advantages in interpersonal relations out of an entrenched sense of entitlement that immunizes him against the complaints of other people. Now, let's disentangle that. Yeah? So somebody is an arsehole when he thinks he's privileged above everybody else, when he also thinks that he's entitled to those privileges for various reasons, and these complaints, or these privileges, make him immune against the complaints of other people. Okay, so that's a working definition of an arsehole. Don't know how that slipped into my presentation here. Okay, but this brings us to the questions. How are these individuals, arseholes I would like to call them, how are they produced? And it's always a question of between nature and nurture. All right, so are they genetically produced or culturally? Okay, and I would like to pursue this now. Again, relying on James. I mean, James collected a lot of empirical evidence, and he distinguishes between two dimensions, a synchronic dimension and a diachronic dimension. And he says synchronically, okay, some societies tend to produce arseholes in larger numbers relative to the general population than other societies relative to theirs. So some societies more arseholes than others, synchronically. And on the diachronic axis, or dimension, he says, if we look at global trends, though, arsehole production seems to be on the rise. Diachronically speaking, each year, more and more arseholes. And I think we can go along with that. Makes perfect sense. Yes. Okay. From this, we can glean two facts. Fact one, human beings have not changed genetically in historical times. Nevertheless, there are more arseholes today, or arseholes, than there used to be. One thing. Okay. Genetically, we're the same. Fact two, the human genome, again, is identical. Wherever you go, 99% at least, for all human beings. Nevertheless, some societies produce more arseholes than others. And there's only one conclusion we can draw from that. I mean, arseholes have to be culturally produced. It's not genetic in no way. Culturally produced. Good. Having that, we come to my contribution to the study of arseholery, and this is guidance, advice, how to cope with arseholes in daily discourse. Okay, and I would like to consider two dimensions here. Two dimensions. One is, I would like to call the level of arseholery, which I would like to call disposition. It's the level of assholery, high, low, medium, whatever. Yeah, the disposition to assholery. And the other one is the impact of assholery, which I would like to call power. Yeah? So what can an arsehole actually reach? Okay. Therefore, a brief definition of power, and I would like to rely on Max Weber here. It's a bit dated, but for us, it works fine. So power means the chance to get one's will within a social constellation, even if the others oppose it. So we can work with that to get your will. All right, and so we arrive at the following quadrant, if you like, or something like this, chart. 2 dimensions, disposition on the y dimension, and power on the x. All right. And then we can ask ourselves, I mean, where are individuals placed in this system here? And I would like to start with the first one. So if you have somebody who has a comparatively low disposition to assholery, whose level of assholery is low, and who has not much power. So how do we cope with this individual? Well, we may relax, fraternize even, because, but in all likelihood, this is you yourself. No power. Assholery. Something like this. So relax. Yeah. If you join a group which is dominant, or domineered by these individuals, no problem at all. What about those? Yeah. Relatively high disposition to assholery, not much power, and I mean, we don't want to mix with those. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. You may ignore them because they have no power to influence you or your life, make it worse in any way. So ignore. This is my advice. So ignore them. It becomes relatively interesting if we turn to the right-hand side of my model here, where we have individuals' higher power, and first of all, comparatively high level of power, but the disposition still low, and this one here is adjust. Adjust. I mean, you may get along, buy him a drink, crack a joke. Some of this, be Prince Charming. It will work. You will be able to get along, although they have a high level of power. Still, the level of assholery is manageable. Now, and you get it. I mean, it really becomes bad. It's really bad. I mean, we turn to the right-hand corner up there, where high disposition, very high disposition to assholery, and much power. And I don't know. I mean, avoid them. That's all you can do. I mean, go to a meeting, get out the chart. I mean, make a few sashes, something like that. I mean, crosses. And if you realize, I mean, this meeting is dominated by upper right-hand corner. Go to the pub. Leave. Call in sick. I don't know, something like that. You wouldn't stand a chance. And I think this is, you have to have some strategy to avoid those people. You will, but first of all, you have to see the problem here. Okay, this is some further research, further research, which we could discuss together. Gender aspects are very important. I probably you've realized I use the pronoun he quite a lot because Evan James and others think, I mean, assholery is a male thing, more or less. I mean, he calls women bitches, but it's not me, Aaron James. May discuss that. Feminists, please, response here. Situational aspects, which I find rather interesting. So what do we do with an arsehole, somebody who comes to the office and in the morning his wife had to take the garbage out and walk the dog and drive his 2 teenage daughters who hate him to school, and now he comes to the office. So is that a new axis situation? Z? Well, maybe discussed We could do that. But most of all, what I'm interested in is what I thought about, and what I'm thinking about a lot is corporate arseholes, collective arseholes, I would like to call them. I mean, whole communities. Yeah? Can a community, a social structure, be an arsehole? An arsehole is a metaphor here, but yes, can it be? So, for example, I don't know, Man City. Is Man City an arsehole? Or Munich Football Club? I mean, I'm in German, so yes, of course, Munich Football Club is an arsehole. Amazon. Google. I don't know. Yeah, something like this, or whole countries. Whole countries. Yeah. Look at that. Just thinking about case at hand. England. Certainly, I mean, England. They would have liked to see. Well, they would like to see themselves here. High power, not level of our soldiery, comparatively low. And probably 10 years ago, I would have placed them there. Well, I'm sure I would have. Current recent events? Whoops. I don't know. This should give us pause. Okay. I will stop here.